So, okay, so Nero, Peds, I am. All right. Yes, Amjad, it is being recorded. The issue will be that when we break out into individual rooms, that part will not be recorded. I don't believe Zoom is going to record that. I am Nero, I am. Okay, so prelim year. Anybody is going for a transitional year? Anybody for a transitional year? I am. All right, great. I am. Right, we are up to 52 people. So which alumni are we from? Dow. I'm from Islam Iqbal, but I'm basically from Karachi. Okay. FJMU, Liaquat, Khyber, Dubai Medical. Okay, Dubai Medical College. Sheikh Zayed, Khyber, Punjab, AIMC, Shifa, KEMU. Okay, great. All right, we have 55 people on Liaquat, Ayub Medical College, FMH, Liaquat. All right. Anybody from Bakai, from Karachi? Nishtar. Great, excellent. All right. So I'm just going to make sure that our interviewers are on the call. Please, you can message me directly on WhatsApp because there's so many people, it's difficult for me to go through everybody that is joining. And in a minute, we will kick off this program. Okay. All right, great. So yeah, as I was talking earlier, just to get the ball rolling, it's very important to at least get a flow of an interview, especially if this is the first interview that you are ever having, and especially if it's a residency interview. And you just need to get the feel of it and practicing 1 or 2 questions. I'm not sure if you guys watched some of the videos we shared previously, just to have an idea, just to get yourself acquainted. And we're going to talk about, how to set up yourself and things like that as well. But just to get the ball rolling.
Yeah. What do you want to eat? Do you want like something with butter or something? Bread with butter?
So somebody has a question about interview. We'll conduct interviews or tips. A little bit of tips, but mainly we will have people stepping up forward and answering questions. We have a list of 25 questions that we will generally want to go through. And anybody who is not speaking, please mute yourself. Mehak, I think we can hear you.
Be okay.
I think there's a feature you can mute everyone.
Okay, let me try. I don't want to be a dictator. Let me see.
Sometimes you have to be.
You're right. Okay, let me see. All right, so a couple of people on board is okay. We're gonna have a couple of people. All right. So Dr. Shara Maroof, the Maroof and noted. Who was that? Who had that chuckle? Okay, anyways, so we have Dr. Mahavish. We will be having Dr. Hamid Yaqub. We will be having a very senior and respected individual, Dr. Azim Khan. And I believe he just joined in.
Azim, yes.
Sorry, my bad. How are you?
Pretty good.
Excellent, thank you. Okay. And Dr. Kashyap, I'm not sure if this time suits her, but she is in the Pacific time zone. So that's why I was asking if anybody is interested in the surgical specialties. She is a surgeon, and we would try to match her up with people who are interested in the surgical specialties to be in her panel. And all right, great. And Nasir, Dr. Nasir Hamid should also be coming on board. Nasir, do message me if you are here. Yeah, I see him. I see his name. Okay, great. All right. Okay, so we have a decent amount of people, 73 and counting. Excellent, excellent. All right. So I think it's time enough, and we will get the ball rolling, and we will be breaking out into individual rooms. And all the interviewers have a list of 25 questions that we will be going through. And everybody will be needing to participate and provide an answer just to get the ball rolling, just to get the momentum going for you. That's the only purpose. Otherwise, everything is in the books, everything's are online. It just depends on getting started. All right, so one second. Okay, so we are getting there. All right, so we have a host of people from different colleges all over Pakistan. Okay, so all right, great, excellent. All right, so good morning, depending on where you are. I'm in the East Coast, and it's 10 a.m. and people are joining from Pakistan, from the US. Since these interviews are going to be conducted these couple of years online, so it is very important that we have an idea of just a general idea about how we should be conducting these interviews. So as usual, test your technology. That's going to be number one. Test your internet connection, your camera, your microphone, headphones, anything, just to make sure that's proper. If the place you're interviewing at, they are using Google Meets, for example, test that out with somebody else. They're using Zoom or anything else, they're using WebEx. Make sure you download it on your computer and make sure you test it out with people, your family, or other people who are interviewing, and practice your interviews. Make sure things are working. The other thing that I've always noted is that if you have one video conferencing tool on your computer, it can sometimes interfere with another tool. So that's why it's fairly important to test it out on the day of the interview. You don't want your camera not to be connecting with your tool, right? So make sure about that. Similar with audio. So a couple of tips. If you have a wired internet connection, you have a cable that you can connect, that's probably better than a Wi-Fi. But again, if your Wi-Fi is good enough and you haven't had problems, should be okay. Then of course, find a suitable location. You can't have distractions. Make sure it is suitable. The lights should be in front of you. You're seeing myself, people can see me, right? So that is very important. The next important thing, even more than a video, is your audio. If your audio is bad, if they can't hear you, then that's going to be a huge issue. So make sure you test out your audio. It could be anything. It could be just your regular headsets, but have something. The audio needs to be good. Then dress professionally. Make sure you are dressed as if you're going to be presenting in person. All right. Then prepare your materials. You need to know every single thing that you put in your CV, your personal statement, anything that's relevant, anything you give to them, you need to know exactly about it. You should be able to speak passionately about it. I remember when I was interviewing actually for a research position, the interviewer, she asked me, what is carom board? So we play carom board in Pakistan, right? So that was the first question apparently. And of course I could talk about it, but anything medical related, you have a research article published, anything at all, you must be able to speak passionately about it. So just keep that in mind. You must know about it. You must be able to speak it from your heart. Then, of course, you have to prepare. As I mentioned earlier, before the call actually started, that the last couple of years during COVID, because people have not been traveling. They're not spending $500-$600 to just travel to a single interview location and spend a whole day traveling, everything else. So they weren't really serious about their prep. And after wasting the first 2-3 interviews, they came to us and said, okay, we don't know what to do. So prepare from the day one. Make your first interview count. Don't take your first interview as a practice interview. Be prepared, and these activities are part and parcel of this whole thing. Maintain eye contact. Body language is highly important. Make sure you're looking straight. Okay. My camera is here, but my computer is here, so you may see me looking here every now and then, but my camera is here, so I'm trying to maintain eye contact with you. Make sure your body language is good, solid, positive. Sit up straight, confident. Confidence attracts people. Overconfidence, of course, is not great, but be presentable, be forthcoming. Then is engage and listen actively. I know we are in an interview and we're looking to talk, but it's more about active listening. Make sure you understand the question. If you don't understand the questions, you can definitely ask, can you please repeat that? Can you please repeat that? Be attentive. Active listening is great. Avoid interrupting, because those will be red flags in an interview. Just keep that in mind. Then, of course, time management. And when you prepare your interviews, make sure you're not rambling on and on and on. Make sure it is very authentic what you're speaking. That's, of course, very important. Yeah, be yourself. Be confident. Be prepared. And I think that's it. And anybody from the panel have a quick point on what we discussed right now before we break out into sessions, and I will go over the protocol that we will have in these sessions. Anybody wants to chime in for a few? Okay, I think we're good.
Excellent points, Dr. Khan.
Yes.
So the lighting is very important as well. So make sure the area that you're sitting in, there's proper lighting. Test it out prior to hand. And as you said, like, appear confident, but there's a way not to be overconfident. What I would like to pitch in is like, your posture should be confident and your speech should be humble. So, you don't have to boast about yourself in your speech, but your posture should definitely be confident.
Great, excellent. And a few of the pictures that I'm seeing, so you don't have to, frame yourself exactly as I am, but you should have an idea. Okay, your head should be above. Your head should definitely be above the half line, right? And to be expressive and to show your hand gestures, you need to see that at least your chest height is being shown in the frame, so that people are just not looking at your face and your face is right in the camera. So you don't exactly need to be like this, and you can practice, and you will practice, and we are all learning, and I learned all this back in the day, and of course we didn't do interviews online.
Yeah.
But make sure, practice, use this and everything else that is going to be happening. This, of course, there are going to be so many other sessions, but make sure you you get this in you guys get this in the main mind frame, that you're able to present yourself nicely. Lighting has to be from the front. A lot of people have good lighting in the room, but their face is dark. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so the modus operandi shall be, we will break out into rooms, and Zoom will automatically divide people into individual breakout rooms, and then we will make sure there is an interviewer in each room. Now, the interviewers have a list of 25 questions, and they will first go through, they will see and point out, and everybody in the group will probably introduce themselves by name, okay? Name and which specialty they're applying to, so that everybody can know about each other. So we are all one, and we are all trying to do this together. And it's, I think, up to the interviewer how they want to do it, if they want to go by alphabetical order or by the name that is showing up in their lists. And each and every person will ask one question, and they will attempt to answer. You don't have to be correct. You don't have to be right. You just have to say, yes, let me give it a try. Let me give it a try. Let me see what I can do. And just go through the answer. The interviewer will give a small response that, okay, you could probably think about it like this, quickly in a few, just wrap it up everything in a few minutes. And then we go through all of the people that are in that particular group. I'm thinking in each group, there's probably going to be around 15 to 20 people. So it will probably take about 45 minutes to an hour to get through this. If we need additional time, that's also perfectly okay. I want everybody to be nice, punctual, polite to everybody else. Make sure when you are talking, that's the only time other than after the initial introductions that you are speaking. Otherwise, you need to mute yourself so that you don't interrupt with anybody else. Is that okay? Any other thoughts for now? Okay, we're great. All right, so we're going to, all right, we got 88 people here. All right, so now we're gonna start breakout rooms. Just bear with me. It's the first time I'm doing
नहीं
this.
तुम्हारे पैसे हैं वो वहाँ
Assign.
वो लिफाफा निकलवा ना उसे जो डिग्गी में पड़ा हुआ जरा लेके आओगे 1 सेकंड के लिए
So, is Yaqub, Hamid is here, right? Nasir is here? Okay. Okay, we're gonna have 6 breakout rooms.
I don't know if his Hamid is here.
I saw his name. Hamid.
Hey, are you hearing me now?
Nasir, I hear you, yes.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, man. Actually, I was trying to figure it out how to log in. Unfortunately, now I got it.
Okay, great. Excellent. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Hamid Yaqub, I saw his name.
खोलने के बाद
हामिद?
क्या होता है भाई वो दिनों में ठीक होते हैं लोग कोऑपरेट करते हैं रहते हैं
Hamid,
ठीक
are you
है
there?
यार मेरा सेटअप बना के लिए आपका
Okay, I'm going to go down to 5 rooms because I have to do it now. Otherwise, it's going to mess everything up. And we'll see whatever happens. Okay. Okay, let me just make sure nobody messaged me. Give me a
उनमें
second.
से ले जाओ ना बात सुनो इधर आओ उनमें से ले जाओ वो जो है ना
So I don't want to be there to be a room without any interviewer. So it's going to be a problem.
वहाँ से जाके वो ले जाना
Okay, so let's just count. It's me,
बॉटल में
Sharam,
बड़ी-बड़ी बोतलें
Farsa Sahib,
उसके हिसाब से क्या
Mehvish,
30 बोतल बनानी है उसके हिसाब से अल्कोहल भी दे देंगे
Nasir,
बस ये ले आओ
5 people.
Nasir bhai.
तो
Yeah.
पता है ना कहाँ पे वो
Yeah.
Anybody else?
तो पता है
No.
बंदा कहाँ पे
Yeah.
Okay, 5 people,
Let's-
5 rooms.
Can you
Huh?
mute? Yeah. Can you mute everyone, and then I guess we can
Okay, let me see.
put them in
हाँ
break
जहाँ
rooms.
जाके बैठते हैं
Mute.
और जाते हुए ना माना
Okay, let me do the let me see. Okay, great. Okay, rooms are being created. Open all rooms.
So we are joining the room 1. How would I know which room to join?
Okay, no, so what I can do is I can see where Zoom put people in, which room Zoom put people in. And I'll make sure when people are joined into a room, and I can move people around. That's what I can do.
So I don't need to join my.
No, you actually, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mhm.
Let me see where you are, and I will assign rooms 5. Let me. Okay, so all right. Okay. And can people hear me or we lost contact?
I can hear you, not the ones in the rooms.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to put myself. I hope this thing doesn't become a problem. Okay.
Hey, Umar, are you going to tell me which room I have to join or?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna Mehvish, I'm moving to room 2. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Nasir, your name
Yes,
is what is your name? N Hamid. Okay.
Nasir Hamid.
And
don't
no,
know-
it's showing
you-
up as N Hamid here. So
Yeah.
so okay, move to room 3. All right. Okay. Room 4.
Dr. Khan,
Uh-huh.
so I think you mistakenly put me in the same room where Dr. Jangir Khan, I guess, he's
Okay, I
conducting
moved him.
interviews.
I moved him. I moved him.
So which
So
room I'm supposed to join?
yeah, I think you probably got a notification to join that particular room. Okay. So I think we are all assigned. Okay, so the couple of people.
I did not get any confirmation
Okay.
regarding any room.
Okay, let me see. NH not joined. You're assigned to room 3.
Room 3 is already being joined by Dr. Khan. Dr.
No, let me see.
Asim.
I moved him. Okay. He's in room 4. Just check. You're in room 3. I think you gotta be all done who are here.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right, we're all done here. Okay. All right, so thank you for everybody being here. People are coming in. Everybody had a session already? You don't want to leave anybody out? Okay, so I think it's okay if somebody has, let me just do the one thing. I want to take a picture of this. Okay, gallery. All right, I think Salman Khan is asking, is this for AIMC candidates? No, I think it turned out to be for everybody. It's okay. And all right. So.
Hi, I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could tell any resources to prepare for interviews. Like you have given the list for the most commonly asked questions, but something other than that we can do to prepare for our interviews.
So there are definitely so many forums online and YouTube videos, and the resources are endless. But what you need to do is make sure just go by question and maybe write it down, and even write it down so you know you have your thoughts together. So when you're prepared with writing your things down, then you are able to handle any question that comes up. So that's just the idea.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you, Dr.
And find somebody to practice with.
Okay. Sure thing.
Hi, Doctor. Where can I find the list of most commonly asked questions?
Okay. Are you in the group, the WhatsApp group?
No.
Okay. I did post the link in the chat.
I think I joined later, so I'm not able to see that.
Okay. So, okay, let me see. All right. So what I'm going to do is, let me do 14 questions. Let's see if it lets me paste this here. Okay, 14 questions. And the remaining questions. All right, so it's here in the chat as well. Okay, so if everybody's done, I think it's okay if you want to bounce off. No big deal. And yeah, we'll see if we can have a session in the future.
I'm not able to see the chat and the questions in the chat for some.
Please approve your request for WhatsApp group. Okay. Yeah, I can't see the questions either, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, wait, let me see. Let me see. Meeting group chat. Let me try this now. See what happens now. Can you guys see now?
Yes, here. Thank you so much.
Okay, so those are the later questions. Let me get these questions in, and let me post the WhatsApp group. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can I ask you one more question, please?
Sure.
So I just heard about the camera thing. So do you think, I mean, my camera is right now, it's on. So do you think I still should get the other one, or this would be fine for the interview?
I think your camera looks okay. I think your framing of the video, the framing is a little, you're too close up. I mean, I think I'm too much, but yeah, just move your laptop back a little bit.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah, so if you want to show your hands, if you want to show some expression, you're able to do that, right? So yeah, ideally they should be able to see your hands,
Okay.
right? So you're saying something. Ideally they should be able to see your hands.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
maybe what you can do is, you know, those magnification things that people put on their phones.
Yeah.
You can test it out. I've never done it. Maybe you can plug it in front of your webcam, and
Okay.
it will magnify the image. It will magnify your image. I mean, it will, you know, widen up your image.
Okay. So basically, it should be like widened so that they can see my like
Yeah,
hand visible.
this is reasonable. Just they need to see your hands and your expression and bit of your body language.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Good. Okay. All right. So everybody has had a session, right? Everybody has had an answer.
Dr. Khan, I do have one question. Can I ask?
Sure.
Yeah, so the most important question which I feel very hard at the end of the interview asks, do you have any questions for me?
Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, this was a question, I believe, at the end. So normally what I would do is I would recommend is, if you genuinely have a question that they did not address already, a lot of times people want to know about fellowship programs, or how is your fellowship, how many people go into fellowship. Most of the time they have already explained this, or it is on their website. So
Yes.
I think the main point is, if you do have a question, you have a mentorship question, do you have mentors? How do you handle that? How is that managed? If you could share with me. And I do feel that a mentor is somebody who can help you avoid mistakes in the future. Do you have a mentorship program? Then I would prefer you ask some open-ended questions. For example, if it's a program director you're working with, that the person is interviewing you, or it is the chief resident. So yeah, do have a few questions. A few questions are coming to my mind. And as your role as your chief resident or as a program director, what do you feel has been your greatest success so far? And what do you see? How do you see the program progressing in the future? So that is an open-ended general question that lets them speak about themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Thank you so much. I also have a question. I'm not sure if I missed it in the beginning. Like, what is the best response for tell me about yourself?
Okay, best response. Yeah, you probably missed it. Somebody had it. You try to play with you be confident, play with yourself, and you don't regurgitate your whole CV. They already have your CV. And you can say, yeah, definitely, thanks for asking this question. And I know this is a very common question. And I'm blacking out now. But anyway, so what you can do is, okay, so yeah, that's a good question. What I am of course a medical student. I'm a medical graduate, and I believe myself to be good candidate for a residency program. Having said that, I've had my experiences throughout the years. I've excelled in my medical school journey. I've had these awards. I've had these experiences. I'm good in my clinical practice. I've had loads of experience with regards to externships, electives. I also did a house job and an MO-ship at back home. But just to step aside from the medical standpoint, I do have a couple of hobbies that I've been carrying throughout these years. I'm an artist. I do designs. I do construct equipment. I mean, you can talk. Then you talk about things other than medicine. A lot of people say that you regurgitate your CV, but you're right now here not to regurgitate your CV. You tell them about other things. That I love to travel. I've been to this place. I love photography. I keep an active account on Facebook by sharing all of my travels and experiences with my family and friends. And on the personal note, I think I'm a very cordial individual. I get along with everybody, and I'll always look to take everyone together alongside me. So I think my take is touch a bit about your medical strengths, but also talk about something extra that describes you as a person. If you're a sports fan, you can say, yeah, I follow sports avidly. I try, as long as it does not interfere with my medical work and my job, I'd like to watch sports or whatever. Or you like to watch movies. I always look out for the latest blockbuster movie, and my passion is to see that movie in the theater. So say something personal, say something different. Definitely mention a bit about medicine, but then go off onto a tangent about non-medical attributes, non-medical aspects.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Okay, so I think we're good. I think we're waiting for the other sessions. I think they're busy. A couple of groups. I think room 4 is filled. Yeah, room 2 is filled. So they're having an active session right now. Anybody has any question or any thoughts?
Dr. Khan, as you mentioned that in the tell me about yourself, we should add some personal life as well. So is it a good option to mention about the marriage life or any children?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, I have I'm married, happily married for the last 5 years. I have 2 children, and they have been along with me in this journey. And I'm excited to share my successes with my children down the years as well. So don't be afraid about family. If they say, okay, so where are they right now? If they're in a different town or a state, let's say that's not a problem. We've been traveling all my life, and residency position is a monumental moment in anybody's life. So they all will be traveling with me and moving, and my husband is fully on board, and he basically has a remote job in any situation. So that's not a problem.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so
For
much.
females, definitely that ends up to be a more common question.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay.
Hi, Dr. Khan. Sorry I missed that portion on whole session, so I joined late.
Who's that?
It's me, Vikash Raja.
Okay, so I think the whole session is probably not recorded. Zoom doesn't allow the whole session. Some aspects were. But if you want to do a quick answer right now, we can do it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Vikas, how are you finding us today?
So I just got a message from my friend that the session is ongoing, so I joined late.
Okay, no. Okay, I'm doing your interview now. Okay.
Okay.
So, hi, Mr. Raja. So, how did you find our program so far today?
Yeah, I heard a lot about this program through my friends and colleagues and my seniors. So that's why I applied for this program and were highly interested for it.
Okay, all right. So, question for you. Describe how you ensure effective communication with patients from different backgrounds.
So basically, I have done my residency so I have applied for the neurology residency, and I have applied for this neurology residency, and I have done my residency from my home country, Pakistan, and I have a lot of exposure to different areas of the world. I have worked in the Kuwait, and as well as I'm right now doing the fellowship in the United States. So working with the different peoples and different cultures, so it is my strength that I can get along with different type of people and get the history from that help me in getting the history from the patient.
Okay, great. So what we're doing is we're asking questions and then we're giving some feedback. Okay.
Okay.
So my initial thoughts with your first answer was, so I said that how are you finding our program today so far? So that was me asking, okay, how's your day today? How many interviews have you already had today? We had a bit of a presentation about the program. How was that? So you can probably come up with, okay, yeah, it's been a great experience so far. I love that you had a presentation. I found out about your fellowship programs. And I've had one interview before jumping in this call with you. And that was a great experience as well. And I love that individual, whoever that was, you will try to name that person. That was a very nice guy. We had a good chat and discussion. And yeah, I'm having a great time here today with your interview at your program. Then about the diversity question. So the diversity question is you, I mean, you had the right answer. In your whole answer, you were able to describe your different experiences. So that was fine. All you just need to do is probably organize it a little better. Yeah, definitely. Diversity, I think, is not a problem. And I do come from a diverse background as well. And I realize that you always have to keep in mind other people's particular needs and sensitivities. And I've had numerous experiences, as you can see in my CV as well. I've been in Pakistan. I've traveled in different places. I've dealt in many different types of people within Pakistan. And you may think somebody may think Pakistan is just a singular country, but there are loads of diversity and different languages and cultural backgrounds. Having said that, I have extensive international experience, not only just my experience here in the US as a fellow and at this location. However, I also worked in Kuwait, and that was, of course, a whole different experience with a language that I was not 100% comfortable with. But I was, of course, able to deal with all of this and manage this appropriately.
Okay,
is that okay?
Yeah.
Dr. Raja?
And can we share that we have all these interviews before, and so can we share that with the program about the other interviews?
Not in a diversity question, no. I won't think that will fall into a diverse. No, that would why do you think that?
No, I'm not asking about the diversity question. Overall, can we share the other programs we have interviewed in this program before? And
no, if they ask you, then you may want to tell. I think we just touched upon this a little earlier. If they ask you, have you been interviewing at different places? You can say, yeah, I have interviewed at a couple of places. I've met nice people and I have had great discussions with other people, and as well. And I'm finding this whole process to be fun and an engaging experience. You can say like that. If they ask pertinent questions, sometimes they want to ask, okay, which programs? Generally, they're not supposed to ask that question.
Okay.
But if they do ask, you can name a few programs, and they were nice programs, and I met some nice people. You always be positive. You belittle or turn down or say, yeah, that was not a great program. Yeah, the people were not nice. You won't say that, because then they will say, oh, he's going to say the same thing about this program in the next interview.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Dr. Khan. And can we get the record of this session? Not whole, but about few part of the session.
Yeah, so I will see, since this is the first time I've ever done this breakout room, so we will see how much actually got recorded.
Okay.
It is being recorded, but my understanding is that Zoom will not record the breakout room sessions that we had where everybody was part of the conversation. I don't think that's going to be the case, but we'll see. If that happens, then that's great, but I doubt it. Okay, anybody else? Let me try to see what's happening with the other rooms. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Okay, Dr. Mavish is here. Are you done with your room?
Yes, I'm done.
You're done? Hello, Dr. Mavish?
Yes, I'm done.
How was it?
I enjoyed that. You can ask the candidates. What about you?
Okay, that's good. Okay, who else from the interviewers is here?
They want to have, I suggested them we can have another session after 1 month when they're more prepared and they have their answers ready. So
Definitely. Yeah,
they're happy to go
definitely.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So room 4 is busy right now. Okay, room 2 is done also, right? Room 2 is done? Yeah, room 2 is done as well. Okay, so yeah, we were just chatting post session. So, all right. Yeah, I don't want to keep anybody who has to go, of course. Yeah, but yeah, just waiting for everybody else to come back, and just we can have people, just have a joint mixing of the minds. So Dr. Mavish, we got to around 17, 18, 19 questions. I think that was how many people were in your room?
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. What
Honestly speaking, I did not focus on the number. I was just focusing on the people who were like there and we were just talking and busy, and I couldn't see how the time flew. I enjoyed that.
No, good. Okay. All right. Okay, doctor. Okay, so room 4 is busy still. Room 5 is done. Room 3, we were in room 3, that's done. Room 2 is also done. Room 1 is also done. All right, I think we're okay. If anybody wants to jump off, that's fine. No hard feelings.
I think I would leave now. I have some chores to done. Thank you so much.
Chores.
All the
My
best
God,
to
you're
everyone.
leaving
I
us.
really enjoyed
I don't want you to leave.
it. But I have to. My kids are waiting.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, that's fine. All right.
Fine.
Sounds
Bye.
good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. So, anybody has any thoughts, any questions, anything? Last minute.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So, the session with Dr. Mavish was really very helpful, but I just joined in the middle. I just think one challenge I had to face was like making my answers shorter and yeah. So how do you, what are the tips? How long the answer should be, and like how many sentences most of the answers should be around?
Yeah, that definitely is a good point. And so definitely this session was to just get you to be in the mind frame of preparing. As I was mentioning in my group, that last couple of years with COVID, when it's not in-person interview, where you're spending $500-600 to go visit an interview spot, right? So you're very, very serious. You're ready. Last couple of years, people were not ready. They were okay after failing in their first couple of interviews. They were like, "Oh no, I'm not going to match because my interviews were horrible." So we set to have a session like this so that people get into the motion of doing their interviews. So that's fine. You write it down. I think you probably have the list of the 25 questions that you were going over, and you don't make it more than, I would say, don't make it more than a minute or a half. Write it down. Organize yourself, have these 25 questions ready, and you will be ready for almost any type of question. So that's going to be probably it. You're probably going to be ready for any type of question if you have these 25 questions prepared. Make sure they're around 1 minute to 1.5 minutes. And I think just Google how much is 1 minute, how many words are there in a 1 minute. Try to have your answers within that 1 minute. So avoid rambling. Of course, if it's something you're really passionate about, and you can speak eloquently about, then go forward. If you see the other person, you look at the other person's body language. Okay, they're like, okay, they're tired of you. Then that's a bad sign. But of course, don't let it get there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just prepare your answers. Yeah, don't let it get there. Exactly.
Okay, thank you. That was helpful.
Thank you.
Hi, I had one quick question.
Sure.
if I may.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So, I kind of joined in the middle of the session. I was shifted to a different break room, so I couldn't get through all the 25 questions. Is there anywhere you could post these, maybe on your Twitter account or?
Yeah, we are gonna post this on online there. We will share this. We will share the link in the WhatsApp group. So normally we post it on the Mkana YouTube channel, and on the
All right.
Mkana that's the Facebook group. But that's generally for people Iqbalians. But we will have this in the WhatsApp group. I believe everybody is in that WhatsApp group, so we will post a link over there. But the issue only is that the session itself, I don't think it was recorded by Zoom. They don't record the breakout sessions. I would doubt it. We'll see what happens when we actually turn off this video. But I don't believe that Zoom records the individual breakout sessions. But we'll have more sessions, so hopefully you can catch up. If you want to do a question quickly, we can do that if you prefer.
No, actually, Dr. Mahavish, she covered most of the stuff about how to answer questions. So thank you for that.
Okay. All right.
The thing about the WhatsApp group, I'm not actually in that group. I got this link from a friend of mine who was in that group.
Okay, you can. Okay, let me. All right. Okay, so we initially started that as a just for Iqbalians, but I think everybody, 400 people are in there, so that's good. That's fine. It gets a lot of people's minds flowing and all the ideas that people share together, so that works out. So that's I just shared the link. You can see that in the chat. Okay, you have it?
Yes, I have it. Thank you for sharing.
All right. I think we're good. I think people are done. Thank you so much, and we'll look to have another session. So be on the lookout, and hopefully this was helpful. Thank you.
When will be the next section?
Not sure. We have to plan. Yeah, we still have to plan it out. But of course, we will post it in different places, so people should be able to. People should find out eventually. Yes.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you.